All right, Angelica giving me the thumbs up here. We are live out here in Almond-Bancroft High School. Got the high school band going on here, so good night here for some high school basketball. A CW South Conference action here tonight on a nice Friday night here on the 19th day of December. We'll go through our Auto Select pregame show. They are Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance and tires, complete auto repair services. They have locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go here. So Brandon Baroncott on the call here tonight. Angelica Dean on our production staff here, getting us all in line here out in Almond-Bancroft. About a, we'll say about a 25-minute jaunt here on the interstate here from Stevens Point, Plover area. Head coach tonight here, you got Werner Gross here, head coaching here for the Eagles of Almond-Bancroft. They are going to be idle then for a little bit after tonight's game. They'll be back in action not until after the first of the year. They'll be with Wild Rose High School. That's on January 6th. They, of course, coming off that 1-point loss over at Port Edwards on Tuesday night, December 16th. And they are 1-2 in conference play, are the Eagles here of Almond-Bancroft. And again, looking to try to pick up 500 in the conference here tonight. Pacelli, on the other hand, they are 2-0 here in conference play, 2-3 overall on the season, and they victorious just a few nights ago over at home. A little home cooking against the Hornets of Rochelle. A 48-43 victory for head coach John Shirk and the rest of the Cardinals. They will be back in action next Saturday, in fact. They will be playing in the infamous 54th Annual Century Classic. That will be held down at the Quant Fieldhouse, Bennett Court to be exact. That's a Saturday, Sunday, and Monday holiday type tournament. The 27th, 28th, and 29th. Always an enjoyable tournament, no doubt. We will get our starting lineups. We'll get our national anthem. And we will be underway here momentarily tonight on high school basketball, boys basketball here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Almond-Bancroft High School for tonight's boys basketball game featuring the visiting Pacelli Cardinals and your Almond-Bancroft Eagles.
All right, we will get our starting lineups here tonight.
Number 4,
Jaden Garski, the junior, number 4. We get Jake Williams, number 12. Harrison Vogel, the junior, number 22. Bryce Flaker. And Crew Rebels here, the starting 5 here for the Cardinals. And now for the Almond-Bancroft Eagles. Caden Hagnes. Carson Garner, the junior, number 5. Cole Hidkowski, number 10, the freshman. Emmett Stiles, the senior, number 22. And Davis Dernbach rounding out the starting lineup, the senior here, number 23. That's Davis Dernbach, head coach here tonight by Werner Gross. Want to give thanks again here tonight to Stevens Point Auto Select. They're Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So Doug Noskoviak, certainly a familiar name over at the Stevens Point Auto Select. Our pregame sponsor here tonight, a CWC South Conference action here tonight. Again, as we mentioned in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show here, Cardinals come in here with an overall record 2-3. They are 2-0 in conference play, and of course coming off just the heels of that 5-point win at home on Tuesday night against the Hornets of Rosholt. So Reb Holes to jump along with Garner, and the Eagles will control the opening tip. That was Davis Dernbach. Down into Stiles, Emmett Stiles, number 22. Certainly a very, very solid baseball player is Emmett, at least in my opinion, and many others certainly. This is one of the seniors on this squad. And it will go back to the Cardinals here. So again, you've got Garski, Williams, Vogel, Flaker, and Rebholes here, the starting 5 for the Cardinals. Hagnes, Garner, Hidkowski, Stiles, and Dernbach, the starting 5 here for the host Almond-Bancroft Eagles. Davis Dernbach, you know, certainly no trip would be complete without, you see the name Dernbach, and to me that's just synonymous with Almond-Bancroft basketball. The 3-ball by Williams, that one misses short. Vogel runs down the rebound, so good hustle there by Harrison Vogel to track that one down. Garski down into Vogel. Vogel looking for Williams, swings it over to Garski. Garski 3-ball that one, rattles in and out, and rebounded by Rebholes. Over to Garski. Garski back up top to Williams here. Williams going left with it. A nice find to Rebholes, and may have been partially blocked there. That was Caden Hagnes on the stop there. So about a minute 25 gone by here in this opening half here in this CW South Conference action. So Hagnes surveying it here, defended by Vogel. Back over to Stiles. Emmett, the give down over to Dernbach there. Dernbach over to Hagnes, and I think they're going to get him for travel, and they will. Want to give thanks here tonight to the Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday, fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch, and only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Certainly worth a stop there, no doubt. I had a chance to go there Tuesday, and I tell you what, you would not be disappointed. They have great food, great service. Highly recommended. So we are still scoreless, just 2 minutes gone by in this opening half of play. Hidkowski the give over to Stiles. Flaker defending Stiles there over to Hagnes. Hagnes back and over to Dernbach. Dernbach, Hidkowski there, far side, back over to Garner. Garner gets it back into Stiles. Pretty good defense here by the Cardinals here. Look to be in that man-to-man coverage early goings here. Back over to Hagnes, back, 3-ball on the way, Davis Dernbach. That one tipped, and Vogel comes out of there with a rebound. He'll get it up to Williams. So Nearly 3 minutes gone by, still scoreless in this one. And that one going to go back to the Eagles here. Of course, Werner Gross, the head coach here. Almond-Bancroft last year down at state had a number of great years, certainly with the likes of Aiden Phillips, Brody Dernbach, of course TJ Lamb before that, the year prior, and the score. So the early 2-0 lead here for the Eagles. Back over to Williams. Williams into Vogel and turn back over. Hudkowski comes out of there with it for the Eagles. Going right, little spin down the lane, left floater in the lane, and Hudkowski. So Cole Hudkowski now, just a freshman with 2 points. Almond out to that early 4-0 lead. They give to Flaker, and I think we're going to get a foul on the floor. We'll see who it's on here. And that's going to go against Davis Sternbach. That'll be his first team foul number 1 here. 3:37 gone by in this opening half here. Eagles with the early 4-0 lead. And Garner checks out in favor of Tucker Stiles, the junior. So you've got both Tucker and Emmett out there. Jake Williams, 3-ball. Jake Williams, 4-3. And Williams certainly one of those guys that can certainly catch fire. We've seen it throughout the course of this young season. The give is to Hudkowski, back to Dernbach. Dernbach, long pass over to Emmett Stiles. Looking down low, Hagnes turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Dernbach, and Williams comes out of there with a rebound. Williams at floor general, and they'll say that's kicked, so it'll go back to the Cardinals here. Today's game brought to you in part by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Stevens Point Brewery, Lier's Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. So Hagnes checks out. Carson Garner back into the game here for the Eagles. 4.5 minutes gone by here, 4-3 score here. On that long triple by Williams here. Garski looking to try to get it into Flaker there. Flashing through the paint there for the Cardinals. Williams, long pass, Flaker, 9-footer. That one misses long. Rebounded by Rebholz, back over to Williams. Williams, and they'll say he walked with it, so it will go back to the Almond-Bancroft Eagles. Of course, the Almond-Bancroft Eagles, the ladies, and the Pacelli Cardinals were supposed to play last night, but Mother Nature had other thoughts. Hudkowski unable to finish, so back to the Cardinals, over to Garski. Garski back into Rebholz. Rebholz back to Garski. Flaker up top here, back up to Williams. Williams down into Rebholz. Williams, nice little floater. That one good, so Jacob Williams with the first 5 points here for the Cardinals, and Pacelli now with the 1-point lead here with the 5.5 or so minutes gone by in this first half. That's Stiles, jumper, no good. Scrum down low, and it'll go back to the Cardinals. So as we mentioned, the Eagles after tonight, at least according to my records here, they will be not back in action until just after the first of the year with Wild Rose. That's a conference game, of course. Rebholz guarded there by Stiles, back up to Williams, over to Vogel, into Garski. Garski, Williams thought about it for a moment. Shelley showing some patience here. And turned over out to Garner. Garner gets it up to Hudkowski. Davis Sternbach in the corner there. Of course, as we mentioned here, this Almond-Bancroft team always historically you know, I think Almond-Bancroft, I've always really thought basketball, really certainly both for the boys and girls, no doubt. So many great players have gone through this program throughout the course of the years. A few of those folks here tonight. Back over to Garner to Hitkowski. Of course, and I think if I remember right, at least last year, I believe it was Emmett Stiles who went down with an injury last year. Certainly a big part of this team. And the give is to Vogel, and he's going to be charged with the offensive foul there by Harrison Vogel. That's going to be the first personal here. Team foul number 1. And Hagnes checks back in here in place of Davis Sternbach. Vogel will exit here. So you've got Nolan Reimer now into the game for the Cardinals, the junior, number 11. Coach John Shirk, I believe it's his 8th season of coaching, I believe. At least for Pacelli anyways. I know he had a pretty lengthy coaching stint with the Stevens Point area senior high. The give is out to Rebholz. Rebholz going up with it, and he will draw the foul before the shot there. So they're going to get Tucker Stiles. That'll be his first personal, team foul number 2 now here for the Eagles. Williams to inbound it now for Pacelli. Clinging to that 1-point lead, about 7.5 minutes gone by. Points somewhat hard to come by in the early goings here tonight. And Flaker down low, so Bryce Flaker. Of course, Bryce, the lead, one of the, I guess I'll call part of that two-headed monster in football in that backfield, Coach Drew Nelson's backfield. Down low into Hitkowski, and back to the Cardinals it goes. Want to give thanks here tonight also to Simplicity Credit Union. Simplicity Credit Union brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. That's Simplicity Credit Union. So Reimer to Rebholz. Flaker 3-ball that one. Good by Bryce Flaker for 3. So both Flaker and Williams with 5 points apiece here to pace this Cardinals team in terms of scoring. Stiles, that one blocked there by Nolan Reimer. Williams back into Reimer, back to Flaker, to Williams. Garski flashing through the lane there, looking for it. Down into Flaker, that one poked, but I think they're going to get Hagnes on the foul there, the reach in. That'll be his first personal, team foul number 3 now here for the Eagles. So Max Nelson here to check in for the Cardinals in place of Jaden Garski. Reimer to inbound it here for Pacelli. The 10-4 lead. About almost 9 minutes gone by already here. Reimer up to Nelson. Nelson defended up top by Hitkowski, down, trying to get it down into Flaker. Back over to Reimer, back to Nelson. Over to Flaker and Nelson. Williams give to Flaker there, guarded by Emmett Stiles. Rebholz the 3-ball, that one is good. So Crew for 3. So Pacelli with 3 3-point field goals here in the early goings here in this first half, extending to their largest lead now by 9, 13-4. And a timeout called. We'll take a brief pause ourselves. You're listening to and watching high school boys basketball here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
All right, we are back. Want to give thanks here tonight here to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. The Sherrill Tire and Auto Service coloring contest is in full swing with a chance for all kids 10 and under to win up to $500 for their school and a gift card for you. Get details and enter your entry at SherylTireColoringContest.com. That is SherylTireColoringContest.com. So the Eagles here trailing by 9 in this early goings here. Back up to Tucker Stiles, number 21 there, looking for Emmett. A little give and go. Poked out of there by Flaker, out in front to Rebholz. One guy to beat. Rebholz going up strong with it. And he's going to draw the foul. I think they're going to get Hagnes on that one. That'll be his second personal foul here. And that will send Crew Rebholz to the charity stripe now for the Cardinals. Davis Dernbach set to check back in for the Eagles. Rebholz first one up on the way. That one is good. Rebholz now up to 4 points. So Dernbach checks in for Hudkowski. Cole with 2 points here thus far in this contest. Rebholz second one. That one is good. Rebholz 2 of 2 now, up to 5. So you've got Williams, Flaker, and Rebholz, all three with 5 points apiece. Stiles into Hagnes. Hagnes trying to get it out front to Stiles. Flaker there. Tracked down by Emmett Stiles. Gets it up to Garner. Garner looking baseline, cut off there by Nelson with some help from Williams. Bounces it over to Garner. Garner looking baseline again. Swings it out. Stiles and Reimer nearly able to come out of there with it. Nelson with a good hustle play there for Maximus Nelson. And that's up to Flaker, no good. The little floater, no good. So Garner comes out of there with a rebound. 15-4 our score here in this first half. 10.5 minutes gone by here in this opening half. Nice pass into Hagnes, and unable to convert. Left-handed layup there. He'll track his own rebound down, Will Hagnes. And Allman resets it here. Almond-Bancroft back up to Stiles. Stiles gets it back up to the other Stiles. Garner looking down though for Emmett Stiles, goes up with it, and Nolan Reimer with a rebound. And a 30-second timeout called. We'll take a brief pause. You're listening to and watching high school boys basketball action tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
All right, we are back here at the 6:52 mark here in half number 1. Head coach Werner Gross here in his first year coaching here, the Almond-Bancroft Eagles anyways. So you had that run, Coach Keith Dernbach from last year. Had a chance to interview him last year. Of course, his older brother Kent doing some great things over for UW-Stevens Point. And the 3 ball for Max Nelson. So Pacelli now with their largest lead at 14. Reimer looking for Williams on the break there. Back over to Tucker, Stiles to Garner. Garner thought about it for a moment, swings it back, and the Eagles reset it here. Emmett Stiles looking for Hagnes down in the paint. Turn back over to the Cardinals. Flaker looking for, or I beg your pardon, that was Williams looking for Rebholz. Had some zip on that one. Showing a little bit of that arm, that quarterback arm. Of course, Jake, the starting quarterback here for the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals. So showing a little bit of that, flashing some of that arm. And I'll get Reimer on that one. Nolan Reimer will pick up his first personal foul here, team foul number 2. Just under 6 minutes to go in this first half. Pacelli with a somewhat commanding first half lead early goings. Up top to Garner. Garner picks up the dribble. Looking for Emmett Stiles. Stiles doing a little shake and bake down low, unable to convert on that one. Back over to Tucker. Stiles, that one no good. And Max Nelson comes out of there with it for the Cardinals. Nelson looking to run, going up to Rebholz. Rebholz not there, but Reimer there to clean things up. So Nolan Reimer now with 2 points. And Pacelli's largest lead now here, 20 to 4. Cole Hudkowski will check back in for the Eagles. Stiles back up to Garner. Garner back to Emmett Stiles. And the Emmett and Tucker Stiles connection. Davis Dernbach, 3-ball, that one misses long. Reimer there for the rebound. And a foul down there. And they're going to get Tucker Stiles, and I believe that will be his second personal foul. Team foul number 5 now for the Eagles. Emmett Stiles checks out here. So you've got Hudkowski, Dernbach, Hagnes, Garner, and Tucker Stiles on the floor for the Eagles. Flaker, Williams, Rebholz, and Nelson and Reimer on the floor for the Cardinals. Nelson looking down low for Rebholz, the 6'4" Crew Rebholz down there. Of course, we saw a little bit of that inside-outside connection from Crew. Back over to Garner. Back up top to Hagnes. Hudkowski directing some traffic there for the Eagles here, trying to get some momentum perhaps. Hudkowski going up with it, and he will draw the foul. And they're going to get Max Nelson on that one. That's going to be his first personal. Team foul number 3 now for the Cardinals. So Tucker Stiles to inbound it for the Eagles. Over to Hagnes, back up to Hudkowski. Hudkowski back to Garner. Garner to Stiles, defended there by Nelson. And tiptoeing the line is Cole Hudkowski. That one almost nearly thrown away out of there. Pacelli on the run here, 2-on-2, and we're going to say a travel here, and that's going to turn back over to the Eagles. So Harrison Vogel will check back in here for Pacelli in place of Crew Rebholz. Jaden Garski back in for Bryce Flaker now. So you've got Nelson, Flaker, Vogel, Reimer, and Williams. And for the Eagles, you've got Hudkowski, Tucker Stiles, Hagnes, Davis Dernbach, and Garner on the floor for the Eagles. And ball turned over back to Nelson to Garski. Coach instructing his group to hunt out the good shot here. That one over to Williams. That one misses long, stepped on the line. It will stay here with Pacelli. And these two teams met last year in sectionals, in the sectional semifinal, if you recall. And we're going to get a jump ball called here. And back with the Cardinals, it will stay by way of the possession arrow. 3:17 here to go in half number 1, 20-4 is our first half score, early goings. Although not necessarily early goings as much as the game seems to have flown by. Back up to Garski to Williams. Williams looking for Vogel down the paint. Garski back to Williams. Williams 3-ball on the way, and Jacob Williams with his second triple here tonight. He now has 8 points tonight. So Pacelli with 15 of their points from the three-point land, we'll say. Visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park, open every night from 5 to 9 p.m. going on now through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. And I'll tell you what, that is certainly worth a drive over there. I will say that firsthand. Under 3 minutes to go here. Pacelli with their largest lead, 23-4. The give down to Vogel and a foul called. I think they're going to get. We'll see if that's on Hagnes. That's going to be number 3. And it is. So Hagnes out with his 3rd personal, and that sends Vogel here to the free throw line. Vogel's first one, that one rattles in and out. So Tucker Stiles back into the game for Caden Hagnes. Cade now with those 3 first half personal fouls. Vogel's second one, that is good. So 1 of 2 in that sequence for Harry Vogel. Now he has a point tonight. Pacelli applying a little bit of that pressure in the backcourt. Big give over to Flaker, looking for the cutting Vogel. Back to Williams. Williams, that one misses short. Davis Dernbach comes out of there with a Nelson on the defense, and they're going to say a travel. So Max Nelson, again, we certainly saw it on the gridiron with Max Nelson, a defender, kind of a defender first type mentality, and you see that a little bit here on the hardwood for Pacelli. Max Nelson. 24-4 our score, 2:18 to go in this first half. It's been all Pacelli. Nelson looking for Garski. Garski, of course, he was our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player over in Wild Rose. Flaker's 3-ball no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Tucker Stiles. And back up to Hitkowski here with under 2 minutes in half number 1. Back to Garner. Garner up top to Hitkowski. And that one nearly poked out of there. Davis Dernbach, 3-ball. That one misses short. And down low, and Carson Garner there to clean things up here. So Garner now on the board here for the Eagles. Williams just a little bit over the outstretched arms there of Bryce Flaker. Crew Rebholes to check back in here for Pacelli in place of Jacob Williams. He'll exit with about 1:30 to go in half number 1. So you've got Davis Dernbach, Garner, Tucker Stiles, Cole Hitkowski, and Emmett Stiles on the floor for the Eagles. And what we'd call a scrum, and it's going to stay here with the Eagles on the possession arrow. So Garner to bring it up here for the Eagles. Back to Hitkowski. Hitkowski to Davis Dernbach. Looking for Stiles down low. Stiles, little shake and bake, and that one good for Emmett Stiles. So Emmett Stiles now with 4 points to lead the Eagles here. About 1 minute to go in half number 1. 24-8 our score here. As you have to think, certainly no high school, no shot clock anyways in high school basketball. So Pacelli certainly does not necessarily need to be in any kind of hurry per se. So Hitkowski back to Garner. Stiles cutting, swings it out to Dernbach. Dernbach, a little head fake back to Hitkowski. 3-ball, that one no good. Rebounded by Rebholes. 25 seconds and counting to go in this first half. Garski back up to Flaker, over to Nelson. Nelson trying to bounce it into Vogel. Vogel, Garner comes out of there with it, so 10 seconds to go here. Dernbach, 3-ball, thought about it there, gets it back up top. Back over to Emmett Stiles. Stiles, 3-ball, rebounded by Garski. And 24-8 at the half here is our halftime score. Pacelli with the 16-point lead at the half. We'll take a brief pause here, and we'll bring things back here momentarily. We'll go through our first half scoring for both squads. You're listening to and watching high school boys basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends over at the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we are back here at the half here, halftime. We'll go through our first half scoring here. We'll start here with the host Almond-Bancroft Eagles. They are led tonight, first half scoring for Emmett Stiles with 4 first half points. You get 2 points apiece from both Cole Hidkowski and Carson Garner here. So the 8 first half points here for the Eagles of Almond-Bancroft. Switching things over to the, as I like to say, the other side of the ledger, Stevens Point Pacelli led first half scoring here tonight from Jake Williams, 8 points, including a pair of triples. You get 5 points apiece for both Bryce Flaker and Crew Rebholes. 3 points tonight for Max Nelson, 2 points for Nolan Reimer, and 1 point for Harry Vogel. So they 24 team points here, so 24-8 our score. In terms of foul trouble, nobody necessarily in foul trouble, although for the Eagles, Caden Hagnes with 3 first half fouls, and Tucker Stiles with 2 first half fouls, and Davis Sternbach with a 1 first half foul here. And for the Cardinals, really nobody in foul trouble. Max Nelson with a personal along with Nolan Reimer and Harry Vogel here. So we are at the half again, 24-8 our score. We'll take just a few moments here. We'll bring it right back. And you are listening to and watching high school boys basketball action tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Win for you and your school with the Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. News Channel 7 Winter Wonders Coloring Contest. Kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Get the details and submit your entry at SherrillTireColoringContest.com. The Sherrill Tire and Auto Service Winter Wonders Coloring Contest is how kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Show us your winter wonders with Sherrill Tire and Auto Service and News Channel 7.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. only at Fleet Farm.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we are back at the half here. Still about 4 or so minutes here to go in this halftime here. The Almond-Bancroft pep band, of course, they did the national anthem to get things started here, and a little bit of halftime entertainment. Doing a great job out here in Almond-Bancroft. We'll run through our first half scoring one more time, just in case you missed it. Starting with the host Almond-Bancroft Eagles. They get 4 first half points tonight from Emmett Stiles, and 2 points apiece for both Carson Garner and Cole Hudkowski. And for the Cardinals, the visiting Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals, led in scoring first half by Jake Williams with 8 points. 5 points apiece for both Bryce Flaker and Crew Rebholes. 3 points for Max Nelson, 2 points for Nolan Reimer, and 1 point for Harry Vogel here in the first half. As we mentioned here in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, the Cardinals 2-3 on the overall regular season here, 2-0 in conference play. Both of their victories coming at the hands of, of course, they were at Wild Rose last week, and then had that 5-point victory Tuesday at home against the Hornets of Rosholt. So Pittsville sits atop the CW South Conference, 3-0 in that conference, or in the conference, I should say. And the Eagles, on the other hand, they are 1-2 in conference play, and coming out with a narrow 47-46 defeat at the hands of Port Edwards on Tuesday night. So we are at the half here. We'll take one more commercial pause. We'll bring it back here in just a moment. You are listening to and watching high school boys basketball tonight over in Almond-Bancroft, sponsored in part by Zaleski Sports and from our friends from the Hofffaver Real Estate Group.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Littlest thing of walking or just being able to get around the community or walk to the grocery store or walk around the grocery store is just something little, but that is such an impactful thing, I think, to the patient to say, okay, well, I have 5 other things, but you were able to just help me with one of them. And I think that is gratifying for me personally, just to help even one small aspect of their life.
All right, we are back here. The final 5 seconds here of the half. 24-8, our score still. A full half here. A lot of basketball in front of us here tonight here as the Pacelli will start with the second half possession here. So you've got same starters appears for both squads here tonight with Flaker, Rebholz, Vogel, Garski, and Williams for the Cardinals. Dernbach, Hudkowski, Emmett Stiles, Carson Garner, and Caden Hagnes for the Eagles. 3-ball, and Crew Rebholz for 3. And that is Crew's second triple here tonight. 8 points in the game for Crew. The 6'4" sophomore, that one, Dernbach, that one misses. Rebounded, skied for there by Bryce Flaker. Garski up to Williams, looking for Rebholz down low. Rebholz up with it, and Crew Rebholz now with a quick 5 points in the first 37 seconds here for Crew Rebholz. So Pacelli applying that fairly stout pressure there. Back into Dernbach to Hudkowski, going up with Hagnes, and Rebholz with a block. So given out to Vogel back up to Garski. Garski picked off there by Stiles. So both teams probably would say they'd like to maybe decrease the turnovers perhaps. Either way here, Pacelli owning that first half, 24-8. Hudkowski guarded by Garski, back up to Hagnes. Hagnes to Stiles. Stiles back to Dernbach. Dernbach goes in with it, kicks it out. Hagnes 3-ball on the way. That one misses short, and it's going to go back to the Cardinals. Want to give thanks tonight to Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind. Roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. That is Infinity Exteriors. So a couple of minutes gone by here. Pacelli with the 5 quick points there from Crew Rebholz, including that triple. 25 seconds or so into this second half of action. Garski up to Williams. Williams directing traffic here is Jake. Trying to look down for Vogel down low. Pretty good defense there by Hagnes. Hagnes, nobody to beat, goes in with it, and Hagnes scores it. So Caden Hagnes now with 2 points on the steal. Going coast to coast on that one. 29-10 our score. Williams back over to Flaker. Flaker, Stiles showing some hustle there. And it's going to stay here with the Cardinals. Given to Flaker, that one blocked by Garner. Back up to Williams. Williams 3-ball that one. Gonna miss short, and it's gonna go back to the Eagles here. Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or more at nicolaybank.com. Garner, one man to beat here. That give up to Hagnes, and Hagnes run the floor. So Hagnes now with 4 points. Caden has those 3 fouls, had those opening 3 fouls in that first half, but tale of 2 halves. Back over to Garski. Garski back up to Williams. Williams looking for Vogel. Jumper, that one misses long. Hagnes with a rebound. Cole Hudkowski, a nice little take. That one comes up short, so Vogel with a rebound. Flaker swings it to Williams, gives down into Vogel. Vogel going down low, and a foul going to be called here. And That's going to be Hagnus's 4th, I believe. So the first team foul here. So Tucker Stiles to check in here for the Eagles. And it looks like Nolan Reimer for the Cardinals. Vogel's first one is up, and that one misses short. So Hagnus will exit with those 4 first-half fouls. Had that 4 points, kind of that little momentum on the transition there for Caden. Vogel's second of 2 up on the way, and that one is short. Pacelli able to maintain possession here. Garski to give to Rebholz in the corner, back up to Garski to Williams. Williams looking for Vogel, who's been flashing down low, and Vogel goes up with it. And Harry Vogel now with 3 points tonight for the Cardinals. 31-12 our score here. Nobody to beat there. Dernbach in transition, and Davis Dernbach unable to finish down low, and Vogel with a rebound. Garski back to Williams, looking back into Vogel down low. Vogel going up with it. Vogel pretty active down in the paint for the Cardinals. Unable to get that one to go. Dernbach across the timeline here. Back in the corner to Stiles. Stiles looking for Davis Dernbach. Williams trying to look for Rebholz down low, and Stiles had a beat on it. Rebholz there to finish, so Rebholz now, he's got 12 points. In fact, Davis Dernbach, 3-ball on the way, that one. And Tucker Stiles back out to Hitkowski, a little jumper. That one misses short, rebounded by Flaker. Out in front to Garski, the speedy Garski, left-handed Jaden Garski. So Garski now with 2 points. Showing a little bit of that cross-country speed is Garski. Dernbach, that one picked away there by Williams. Nobody to beat. And down there, and Williams. A timeout called here. We'll take a brief commercial pause. You're listening to and watching high school boys basketball action tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
All right, we are back. Want to give thanks here tonight to Home Furniture. Fill your home with the best from Home Furniture: sofas, sectionals, bed, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home Furniture with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and on Post Road in Plover. That's Home Furniture. So the timeout taken there by the Eagles here to talk things over here as they trail here 37-12 here with about 12 and a half minutes here to go in this one. Eagles you have Garner, Tucker Stiles, Davis Dernbach, Hitkowski, and Emmett Stiles. Or the Cardinals, you've got Garski, Flaker, Reimer, Williams, and Max Nelson back into the game here for the Cardinals. Pacelli applying a little pressure here. They've been relatively successful with that pressure. Hitkowski able to break the pressure, and the 10-second called there. So Pacelli, as we mentioned there, just showing some pretty good pressure there for head coach John Shirk and his Cardinal squad. Williams back up to Nolan Reimer. Reimer with 2 points here in the first half. Back up to Nelson. Nelson give back to Williams, looking for Reimer. Cut off there by Emmett Stiles. Give in to Nelson. A little head fake. Nelson goes in strong with it. Unable to finish down low, and a rebound by Davis Dernbach, and a foul, I believe, is going to get called here, and that's going to go against Nelson, I believe, and it is. And that's going to be his second personal foul here tonight. Both teams with one foul here in the second half. For the Eagles, Caden Hagnes on the bench with those 4 personal fouls. And turn back over here to the Cardinals. Williams picks up the dribble about the half court, gets it over to Garski. Garski bounces it into Nelson. Nelson back to Reimer. Reimer gets it down back to Jake Williams. Williams looking for Flaker corner. Garski picked up there by Davis Sternbach. And again, with no shot clock, Pacelli certainly with that commanding lead does not necessarily have to force anything or hurry up by any means. Flaker 3-ball, that one is good. And Bryce Flaker with a triple. He now has 8 points, his second triple on the night. And the give there to Garner, unable to, he would have been uncontested there, but it will stay here. So I'm at Style, looks like Tucker Styles, they inbounded here. Back over to Hitkowski, corner there, defended by Garski, up top to Dernbach. Tucker Styles gives it into Garner. Garner defended there by Reimer, back up to Emmett. Emmett, that one going up with it at Emmett Styles. And that one, wow. You're not going to see that every day. That was a nice Nelson trying to keep it alive for the Cardinals. You have to think the Eagles looking to maybe push now. And Hitkowski goes in with it. So Cole Hitkowski now with 4 points in the game. Eagles certainly will have to try to kind of hurry up and go. Flaker 3-ball, that one's going to miss short. Garner comes out of there with a rebound and a foul going to be called. I think they're going to get Reimer on that one, I believe. And that'll be his second. Inbounds it to Hitkowski. Hitkowski, a little jumper in the lane. That one no good, misses long, rebounded by Nelson. Up out in front to Williams. Williams. And a timeout called. We'll take a brief pause, full timeout. You're listening to and watching high school boys basketball tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we are back. Want to give thanks here tonight to the Valley Communities Credit Union. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first, and they're federally insured by the NCUA. That is Valley Communities Credit Union. So the full timeout called here. 9:52 to go in this one. Almond-Bancroft had just those 8 points in the first half, have 8 points with about 8 minutes gone by here in half number 2. Reimer, and that one nearly poked out of there by Emmett Stiles. So Reimer to inbound it for the Cardinals. Garski across the timeline, picked up there by David Sternbach. Give to Reimer. Reimer going in strong with it and showing a little bit of that athleticism there. Nolan Reimer now with 4 points. Good left-hand take there, Bernoulli, the junior. Garner out in front to Tucker. Stiles bounces it over to Dernbach. Dernbach, corner three, pocket. That one misses a little long rebound track down there by Garski. Garski trying to get it over to Williams. $9-12 here to go in this one. Far from over, but certainly Almond-Bancroft is going to have to put into gear here if they want to stay in this one here. That one give down to Garski down low. And foul on the floor. They're going to get, that'll be Davis Dernbach. That's going to be his second personal foul. Both teams now with a pair of fouls here in the second half. 8:55 to go in this one. Williams up top to Nelson. Nelson back over to Williams. Williams three-ball corner. That one rattles in and out. Pulled out of there by Emmett Stiles. Stiles swings it over to Garner. Garner to Dernbach. Back up to Hudkowski. Jaden Garski, kind of that pesky defender up top for the Cardinals. Tucker, Stiles, back over to Emmett. Emmett going baseline, cut off by Flaker. Flaker and Nelson. That one's going to stay here with the Eagles. So Hudkowski to inbound it here for Almond-Bancroft. Looking for Garner, and he's going to get fouled in the act of shooting, and he will go to the ServPro free throw line. You can call ServPro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. ServPro like it never ever happened. That's Garner, so Hagnes to check back in here at the 8:18 mark. Garner's first one is up, and that one misses Garner. He'll get a second. That foul went against Reimer. His third personal, team foul number 3 for Pacelli. Garner second on the way. That one is up, and it is good. So Garner able to connect on 1 of 2 in that sequence. Crew Rebholes checking back in here in place of Jaden Garski, and Avon Bembenek will check in as well. And we'll see who he checks in for Flaker. So you've got Williams, Nelson, Rebholes, Reimer, and Bembenek now for the Cardinals. You've got Tucker, Stiles, Caden Hagnes, Davis Dernbach, Hudkowski for the Eagles here, along with Garner. Hudkowski swings it over to Dernbach. Dernbach, nice little head fake, goes up with it, and Dernbach no good. Rebounded there by Williams, and a foul going to be called. I think that might be, and they're going to get Hagnes, so that will be his 5th, and he will exit with the 4 points. And fouling out is Caden Hagnes, the senior, with the 5th personal. Williams to give in to Reimer. Reimer going up with it, and a nice tag by Nolan Reimer. And Nolan Reimer showing some definitely some athleticism there, looking to get the hoop and the harm here. Try to complete the and one here. 6 points tonight for Reimer. First one is up, and it is no good. So Reimer unable to complete the and one. Back up to Tucker, Stiles here. And Reimer almost able to pull that one out of there. Looking for the steal is Nolan Reimer. And it's going to stay here. Garner cut off there by Rebholz. Tucker Stiles takes it in. Looking for Emmett Stiles, corner 3-ball. That one rattles in and out. That one 85% down, but just cannot go. And Garner trying to keep things alive for the Eagles. Nelson across the timeline looking for Rebholz, who's had those pair of triples here tonight. Williams 3-ball. That one misses short. Rebound pulled down by Garner. And a timeout called here by Coach Werner Gross here. We'll take a brief pause ourselves. You're listening to and watching high school boys basketball action tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends over at the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meta Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at metacustom.com.
All right, we are back here. I want to give thanks tonight to Stevens Point Orthopedics. Stevens Point Orthopedics is proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this winter. You can call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. That's 715-344-0701, and that is Stevens Point Orthopedics. So 6:36 here to go in this one. Pacelli out front here, 44-17. Of course, we will have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show shortly after the conclusion of this one. It's been Pacelli all, for the most part, but still 6:35 to go in this one. Kowski dribbles it in, screen there by Stiles, Tucker Stiles. Cut off there by Nelson. Stiles swings it on over to Garner. Garner back up top to Tucker Stiles. Into Davis Dernbach. Dernbach 3-ball. That one misses. Rebound pulled down by Nolan Reimer. So Reimer 5 points, I beg your pardon, 6 points tonight for Nolan. Getting some pretty good minutes here for the Cardinals along with Max Nelson and that one picked off by Tucker Stiles out to Garner, but then turned back over to the Cardinals, and Williams back across the timeline here. Looking to almost inevitably run some clock, one would think. Williams goes up with it, and Emmett Stiles meets him there, and back to the Eagles it goes. So Bryce Flaker to check back in here for Jake Williams. So you've got Flaker, Reimer, Nelson, Rebholz, and Bembenek. For the Eagles, you have Tucker Stiles, Emmett Stiles, Hudkowski, and Garner. Dernbach picks up the dribble there over to Hudkowski. That's Cole Hudkowski, just the freshman Cole. Swings it over to Tucker Stiles, 3-ball. That one misses long. Rebound by Garner down low, and a foul going to be on the floor here. We'll see. That's going to go against Max Nelson. That'll be his third personal foul here. Both team fouls, both teams here with 4 fouls in this second half. Davis Dernbach, 3-ball. That one is good for Davis Dernbach. I guess I don't have to say his first name is the only Dernbach on the team. It seems like there's always a Dernbach everywhere you turn here. Of course, Coach Kent Dernbach doing some awesome things over at UW Stevens Point. Had a chance to go to just about every game over there, and I'll tell you what, it's different there, as they say. Athletic Director Brad Duckworth, Kent Dernbach, doing just some fabulous things for that UW Stevens Point men's basketball team. 3-ball by Davis Dernbach. That one in and out, rebounded by Garner down low, and a foul on the floor. And I think they're going to, I think they're going to get Nelson again, and they will. And that's going to be his 4th personal foul here, team foul number 5. That will send Carson Garner here to the Serve Pro free throw line to shoot a pair. Garner's first one is up, and that one is good. So Garski, Williams, and Vogel to check in here for the Cardinals. And looks like that is Easton Falk checking in, the freshman number 1 for Almond-Bancroft. So you've got Falk, Tucker Stiles, Emmett Stiles, Carson Garner, and Davis Sternbach. And that one is good. So 44-22 our score here in this final 4 minutes and 5 seconds or so. Pacelli certainly 3-ball by Garski. That one misses long. Rebounded, pulled down by Garner. So Falk running point here for the Eagles. Back to Emmett Stiles. Dernbach out on the perimeter. Jumper by Dernbach. That one misses short. Rebounded. Long rebounded there by Garski. Out in front to Flaker. The 2-on-2, and Rebels there for it. Flaker swinging it on over to, or beg your pardon, that's Williams to Flaker. Flaker the good, no good. Rebounded by Garner. Garner out in transition over to Dernbach. That one poked away by Williams. 3:18 here to go in this one. Emmett Stiles to inbound it here for the Eagles. Dernbach looking for Garner, a little turnaround jumper, that one good. So Carson Garner, 7 points in the game for Carson. Williams back over to Flaker to Vogel. Vogel going in strong, and a foul for the shot here. We'll see. I think they're going to get Davis Dernbach. That will be his 3rd personal. Both teams now with 5 fouls in this second half. Under 3 minutes to go in this one. Garski 3, that one offline and rebounded. Back over to Garski to Williams. Williams looking for Flaker down low. Flaker down low and bottled up down low. He'll draw the foul. And that's going to go against Davis Sternbach. That'll be his 4th personal now. And Bryce Flaker to shoot a pair in the active shooting there. So Bryce with 8 points tonight. That one is up. And that one rattles out. Flaker second on the way. Flaker shot, that one is up, and that one rattles in. The first one rattles out, that one rattles in. 9 points here tonight for Bryce. Garner over to Dernbach. Dernbach back to Garner. Garner swings it over to Tucker Style. Little head fake, step back jumper. Tucker Stiles for 3. So Stiles now with 3 points in the game. 45-27 our score here. Nearing that 2 minute here. Williams long 3 on the way. That one misses long. Rebounded. Pulled down by Garski. Williams on the move, and Williams. Jacob Williams. Now with 12 points for the Cardinals. Under 2 minutes to go in this one. Falk up top. Little trouble. Gets it over to Dernbach. Dernbach 3-ball on the way. That one banking it in for Davis Dernbach. So Dernbach now with a pair of triples in the second half. And Sean Berna set to check in here for the Cardinals with about a minute 40 or so to go in this one. Williams going baseline with it. Take, and Williams. Jake Williams, the junior there. That's going to go against Garner. That'll be his 2nd. So checking in, that's Gabriel kept into the game for the Eagles. So you've got Emmett Stiles, Gabriel Kett, Carson Garner, Easton Falk, and Tucker Stiles on the floor for the Eagles. Williams to try to complete the on one. That one is no good, and I think we're going to get a lane violation here. Don't know if that was a lane violation or foul. Sounded like maybe, I believe, a foul. We'll see here, though. We still haven't really got the official. I thought maybe momentarily they called a lane violation, but make sure we get the call on the floor correct. And that's going to go against Dernbach. So that one no good. And that's going to go against Harry Vogel. That's going to be his second personal foul here. Team foul number 6 here, 49-30 our score. Minute 34 to go here in this one. Easton Falk across the timeline over to Stiles. Stiles back up top to Gabriel Kett, just the freshman. Gabriel number 20 there. Long pass, Stiles to Stiles. Emmett going to work down low, and that one will stay here with the Eagles. So Falk to inbound it for Almond-Bancroft. Gives it over to Tucker Stiles. Stiles, 3-ball on the way. That one missed a little long rebound, but Garner. But Sean Berna able to poke that one out of there, pull that one away. So Sean Berna, of course, another one of those guys we had a chance to call his name a number of times on the gridiron for the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals. Really a very formidable defensive player. Garski going up with a little floater in the lane. That one no good. Stiles with a rebound. Falk over to Stiles. Stiles back up over to Kett. Kett to Garner. Garner over to Stiles in the corner. The final 20 seconds or so to go in this one. Garner, turnaround jumper. That one misses long. Rebounded by Kett. And Gabriel Kett scoring that one here for the Eagles here. The freshman number 20 getting some points on the board here. And Pacelli to dribble this one out. 49-32 our final score here. Of course, we will have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. Hopefully get a few words here with head coach John Shirk and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game here in just a few moments. You've been listening to and watching high school boys basketball action here tonight out in Almond-Bancroft. Again, a final here, 49-32 on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group, Nasonville Dairy.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
They left me home the holiday season, but the sales are huge. I can only imagine those creeps will be around.
There it is, Marv. Mittens Furniture, Appliances, and Mattresses. That's the crown jewel.
Mittens' holiday savings must be protected. No chickening out now, Kevin.
Wow! GE Cafe, what a fridge, Harry. I'm really liking the stressless recliner, Marv.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals!
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
All right, we are back here. We're live here with head coach John Shirk. John, first of all, congratulations. You guys come out of here right kind of before the holiday break, before the Century Classic that kicks off next week. You get a road victory against Almond-Bancroft, certainly kind of that crosstown rival, we'll say, to some degree. First of all, talk about a game like tonight, Coach, heading into that holiday break.
Well, obviously it's a conference game. It's a big rival, right? These two schools have battled for years, and you know, we knew coming in it was going to be a physical game, you know, at times, and we really just wanted to make sure that we control the pace of the game. You know, make sure our hands were active, cause turnovers, kind of get in their head a little bit, get them frustrated, and just use everyone. So this year we have a good group where we can use so many kids in the same position. So that's worked out well. So interchanging kids, and it was a great team win. I thought everyone participated in the win. I thought it was a solid just team effort tonight.
Yeah, it really was, Coach. And, I mean, I guess you guys, you shot the ball pretty well. You saw a number of threes here, guys like Jake Williams who got hot a little bit. I know Bryce Flaker had a pair of triples as well. And even guys like Crew Rebholes, maybe some of your younger guys getting some action. How do you get prepared here? I know you got a little bit of a break, and then we get into the Century Classic. You guys will face Amherst, I believe. That's a non-conference game next Saturday.
Yeah, we got Amherst and Auburndale at Century Classic. 2 tough games, 2 really physical and strong programs. And we're still growing. Every game that we play, we look as a growth, and we have grown every single game. So that's what we're looking at, is all the small steps is we're not losing anyone next year. Everyone's coming back. So anytime that we can get better, compete against good competition and show positives of it, that's kind of what we're looking at.
That's well said. I mean, you guys have no seniors on this squad. You have a lot of, certainly a lot of juniors, some sophomore action as well. But Coach, anything more before maybe we can get one of your guys here? I saw Nolan Reimer at one point. Maybe we can get one of those guys, get them here in the house here.
Yeah, I'll run over and get him real quick for it, but I appreciate it. Yeah, a good game tonight for us, part of the boys, and like I said, we're just happy to see the growth from day one. So
keep on churning. I'm going to give you the fist bump. That's head coach John Shirk. He's going to grab one of our Zaleski Sports Highlight House players here. But before he does that, and we'll certainly get them in the house, we'll run through the first half, or the game scoring here tonight. Starting here with the Almond-Bancroft Eagles, led in scoring here tonight. Carson Garner with 7 points to lead the way for the Eagles. You get 6 points from both Emmett Stiles, Davis Dernbach. 4 points apiece tonight for both Caden Hagnes and Cole Hidkowski. You get 3 points from Tucker. 2 points tonight for Gabriel Kett, the freshman, so the 32 first half points. There we've got Mr. Nolan Reimer, it looks like here, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player. First of all, Nolan, you kind of started, you had a little bit of a spark plug. I would kind of describe your game as kind of that spark plug. You kind of wiry, and you got some things going in that second half. I know you're one of many juniors. Talk about your role on this team, Nolan.
Well, I'm kind of the first man off the bench. Once I come off the bench, I have to bring the energy to keep the game going, get some steals, a couple of shots to go in, just help the team keep going.
Just help the team going here. And Nolan, I know this is kind of you guys head into that holiday break here, the Christmas break coming up. You guys will be back. You kind of some home cooking with that Century Classic down at the Quant Fieldhouse Bennett Court over the 3 days starting next Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. How do you guys prepare here as you get into these final few days of this year?
Just gotta focus up and watch the small things, the turnovers, just passes. Just make sure we're playing our game and not their game.
Okay. Well, Nolan, I don't know if you know the drill. You probably do. I'm sure you've seen it at some point or another. But what I'll do is I'll count down 3, 2, 1. I'll get myself out of the picture. I'll hand you the mic. I'll have you look up there, say your name, and that you are in the house. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Nolan Reimer, and I'm in the house.
And we got to give you a fist bump, young man. Nice game tonight. That is junior Nolan Reimer here, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player here tonight. He finished his 6 points, had those 4 points in the second half. We'll run through the scoring. Let's start back here in terms of scoring again. We'll go Almond-Bancroft. They were led by Carson Garner, 7 points here tonight. 6 points apiece for both Emmett Stiles and Davis Dernbach. You get 4 points apiece for both Caden Hagnes and Cole Hidkowski. You get 3 points tonight from Tucker Stiles, and then 2 points in the game for Gabriel Kett, the 32 team points for the Eagles here, the host Eagles. Jelly, on the other hand, they were led in scoring tonight from Jake Williams with his 14 points. You get 12 points here from Crew Rebholes, including a pair of triples. He had 7 points in that second half. You get 9 points tonight from Bryce Flaker. 6 points tonight from Nolan Reimer, who we just talked to here, and then 3 points for both Max Nelson and Harry Vogel, and 2 points for Jaden Garski. I'm Brandon Berencott here with Zaleski Sports. Again, a final out here, 49-32 our score. Angelica doing our production. Have yourselves a very good rest of your night, everyone, from Zaleski Sports.